Got my ice wine tea. And I'm hanging out at the kitchen table because Mom and I and Sasha went to McKay's Books in Manassas, Virginia. I had so many books, they gave me a box. There's a problem here. What I wanted to do is look over my receipt for each book and then also look online for the retail price of purchasing the same book from Amazon just to see if we got good deals. So, the Pocket Wisdom book from RBG. You all know Ruth Bader Ginsburg because of the collar, right? Mom picked this up. She saw it and she know that I like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And so it's just a bunch of quotes from her. Oh, that's cute. That's with glasses and her earrings. That's cute. So it's wisdom on different subject matters. So at the bottom, you'll see what the subject matter is. So that is gender equality. And say right here with the pretty earrings, that's discrimination. And so on and so forth. You get it. So this book was $1.49. So we're going to look for it on our receipt here. $1.49. I'm looking just to make sure we didn't have any issues at the checkout. So it was $1.49 at McKay's, and this is what it costs at Amazon. Next. And I'm going to do my books first, and then I'll do Mom's second. So we have The Four Agreements. This is one of the books that's on my wish list on Amazon, and it's a pretty popular book of wisdom by Don Miguel Ruiz. And it was $3.49 at McKay's. So let's take a gander. $3.49 at McKay's. This is what it costs at Amazon. My next book, and I found myself interested in reading this book by watching a Canadian booktuber named Emma. And the way she described this made me want to find it. And it is a Frankenstein retelling based on, I want to say, Baghdad, Iraq. And so the parts are just people who have been caught up in the war, I think. And those scavenged parts were just individuals who, I want to say they was just trying to find their path, find their way back to something or someone. But I'll read it and you'll know. At any rate, I think this book must be popular because even in very used state, it was still $6.74 at McKay's. So $6.74 McKay's. This is what it costs on Amazon. Next, some of these Mommy put in my stack, but they really were books that she chose. This is I Am Najoud, age 10 and divorced. Just the title of this caught me. I got a pimple, right? I got a third eye, literally. Anyway, I Am Najoud, age 10 and divorced by Najoud Ali. She wrote it with Delphine Menoy. The price is $1.99 at McKay's. This is what it costs from Amazon. Because I talk about the Little Golden Book so much, I couldn't pass up purchasing an actual novel written about the best parts of the Little Golden Book. So everything I need to know, I learned from a Little Golden Book. Isn't that cute even down to the spine? That's what caught my attention, was the gold spine. This is by Diane Muldroy. It's so cute. And it was $1.49 at McKay's. This is what it costs at Amazon. So this is a writer's resource guide that was published by Strayer University, 2011 edition. Obviously, I'm not in school anymore, but I do write a lot, and I need to ensure that I'm as correct as possible, especially with attribution. So that's why we picked this up. It's $2.74 on McKay's, and if I find it at Amazon, this is the price it'll be. Okay. Then we have The 5 Love Languages Military Edition. We were both surprised to find this. We didn't know it existed. This is Gary Chapman with Jocelyn Green. I don't know what I'm expecting to be different here, but we'll see how that goes. The 5 languages are still the same, so I don't know what makes this different, but it was $6.74. $6.74. When I'm going to a used bookstore of any kind, I need to have a set limit, $5. If it's more than $5, I probably shouldn't get it. But it all matters what the Amazon price is. And this is what it costs from Amazon. I have to make it make sense, right? So, $4.12. Next, and this book was not on my radar at all. It actually just caught my eye because it is a book called A Massacre in Memphis by Stephen Ash. So I'm clearly very interested, and I don't know the full context of this yet, so we'll talk about it when I finish reading it. And this was $5.49 at McKay's. This is what it costs at Amazon. I almost had a little tumbler here. This was another impulse purchase. The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George. And you know what? The front of it caught me, obviously, because we're talking about a bookshop, Paris. And the first review from the Christian Science Monitor, ideal. Who can resist floating on a barge through France, surrounded by books, wine, love, and great conversation? Who can resist? So I just felt like, and then right here on the front, and I'll read it to you. It says, and this is from Oprah.com, if you're looking to be charmed right out of your own life for a few hours, sit down with this wise and winsome novel. Charm me, babe. Do what you do. And this was $1.02. It wasn't hurting me to buy this book, right? And this is what it costs on Amazon. Another impulse buy because I was like, I probably need this in my life. In the Company of My Sisters, Black Women and Self-Esteem by Julia Boyd. Sometimes we don't look like we suffer from self-esteem issues, but some of the things we do tells everybody except us that we're suffering from self-esteem issues. This is $3.99, still below the $5 threshold at McKay's. This is what it is at Amazon. Now, this book was on my list. Couldn't believe I found it in there. James by Percival Everett. Everybody and their mama reading this book. I'm about to join them. This is a retelling of the story Huckleberry Finn from the slave narrative point of view. $7.99 at McKay's, Amazon. I had to purchase it. It's such a thick mama jama. This book is over 500 pages. But the acknowledgments and notes and index take it into the 600-page zone. That's fine. Here, The Wrath of Other Sun, the epic story of America's Great Migration by Isabel Wilkerson. Pulitzer Prize winning book, DLC $3.70. All of mine. Now we're going into books Mom picked up either for herself or for the VA. So we have 2 books by Hoda Kotb. I really needed this today, and this just speaks to me. 2 books by Hoda. Both are $1.49, Amazon price. Mom picked up a book on CD, $2.99. Treasures in the Darkness. This is by Tony Evans, a preacher in Texas. The Urban Alternative is the national ministry of Dr. Tony Evans and is dedicated to teaching truth and transforming lives through the proclamation and application of the Word of God. $2.99, Amazon price. And we have Love is a Choice by Gary Chapman. I don't know why this was in my stack. I don't think this was for me. I think it was for Mommy. But neither one of us paid attention to that $9.99. Are you out of your mind from a thrift store price? Amazon. We live and we learn. Mommy's favorite books. Chicken soup for the soul. Finding my faith. 25 cents. Amazon. Wow. And they had a really large selection of chicken soup for the soul books. Case in point. Chicken soup for the soul for writers. That's cute. His mommy is a writer, so hopefully this will be inspirational. It's 25 cents. Amazon. Chicken soup for the soul. Stories of faith. Also 25 cents. From McKay's. Amazon. I think I told y'all before that I've run out of space on the bookshelf, so I'm not really sure where I'm putting these. This is Dictionary of Dreams, and it's $1.99. Dictionary of Dreams by Rosa and Sarah. That's what it costs on Amazon. Now, I was going to buy Mom this really nice study Bible once I found it. She was like, I don't need another Bible. I have a lot of Bibles. She lied today. $5.24. Genuine leather, it says. Genuine leather. My bad. $5.24 McKay's. Amazon. Mom has a book in the room with her, and that is Chicken Soup for the Adoption Soul. 20,000 Dreams by Discover the Real Meaning of Your Dream. Quite the name. Mary Summer. This big old book is $1.99. It's big old monstrosity. Wow. Amazon. Dream a lot in this house, and sometimes we need help with those because you want to know what you're dreaming about and why. 10,000 Dreams Interpreted, an illustrated guide to unlocking the secrets of your dream life by Gustavus Hindman Miller. It's heavy. $1.99. Amazon. And Mom has, like I said, one more book in the room that she is currently reading, and it's a Chicken Soup for the Soul Adoption edition, and it costs 25 cents. All right, let's tally these up. So our bill at McKay's came to be $75.08. Sales tax was $4.50, and our grand total was $79.58. Amazon. Y'all be good. Stay out of these stores. It's hard. All right, bye guys.